And Tony Gubba saw it.
Tony Adams plays his 500th game for Arsenal today on a pitch with not a hint of frost, thanks to £500 a day that's kept hot water flowing through 7 miles of pipes. So no excuses in the conditions for Arsenal, who failed to get past this third round in the last 2 seasons. But the suspension of Ian Wright, who's averaged a goal a game in his last 21 appearances, may be critical. This Arsenal team already without David Seaman, David Platt and Lee Dixon. John Hartson due a suspension himself soon. Partners Bergkamp. Steve Morrow replaces Guard in midfield. Sunderland have enjoyed recent wins over Derby, Chelsea and Everton, but their problem has been scoring goals. Top scorer Craig Russell, who's only got 4, is a substitute. The 11 who start today have only got 10 goals between them. But in assistant player manager Paul Bracewell, they do have a veteran of 4 FA Cup finals, but always a loser. Steve Dunn of Bristol is the referee for this all-Premiership third round FA Cup tie. The last time these teams met here in the Premiership in September, Sunderland were reduced to 9 men. The sending off of Scott and Stewart, although the Stewart dismissal was later rescinded. Well, they all appealed, and Hartson's got the decision. Corner. John Hartson firmly ticked off by his father for the loose tongue which got him sent off on New Year's Day against Middlesbrough. Bold on the near post. Keown standing in front of Perez. Adams is there as well. Put the big men into the penalty area here, Arsenal. Knocked in by Merson. There's a lot to fight for it. John Hartson. Beautifully floated in. Maybe Hartson taking it away from Steve Bold. In off the underside of the bar. 1-0 Arsenal. And we've had just 10 minutes. Keown, Fowler, Merson. Oh, it's working like a dream for Arsenal. Gone off the boot of Kavici. Again, Arsenal just wait patiently in those midfield positions to pick off the ball when it's cleared. Bergkamp feeds Winterburn. That's a good cross. Hartson! He didn't meet it properly, but here's Morrow. Well, Arsenal threatening in these first 15 minutes or so to wrap the tie up very early. Kavici. Just waited too long, Kavici, to release the pass. Here's Bridges. Aimed at Mullin, not a bad ball. Trying to tee it up for Gray. Yes, good strike. Michael Gray equalises for Sunderland. And they go into what presumably is a well-rehearsed little routine. Mullin forced to turn by the presence of Bold, but he laid it back to Michael Gray, whose snapshot found the bottom of the net, and it's 1-1. Here's Merson. It's a great ball by Merson to find Nigel Winterburn. And they needed that interception by Richard Ord, but here's Michael Gray. There's nothing ahead of him. Keown can funnel this back to Lukic. Oh, here's Bergkamp. Perez has come. There's cover on the line. Melville gets it out. Applauding the pass which set him free. And it drew the Frenchman off his goal line. Hartson with a superbly flighted ball. Look how far the goalkeeper came. Thankful for the cover from his central defenders. Bracewell. Fowler was the covering player. And here's Paul Merson. Vieira. Merson. No support down the right this time from Fowler, who now arrives. Merson. Still Merson. It's a great little run by Merson. He just lost his balance, although Merson has hammered his fist into the grass. Winterburn finding himself room and keeping possession. Here's Bold. Comes out to Merson. Might think about a shot here, Merson. Good save, Perez. Fine football by Paul Merson. It really is a joy to see this young player enjoying the game so much these days after the trials and tribulations that he went through. And Arsenal have a corner out by Melville. It's hit long. Hartson arrives, scrambled. No, it's not in, is it? The goal is not given. Steve Dunn has shaken his head. Hartson's header down. Perez made the save, and then it was Bold with the shot. It came back, but had it crossed the line? Arsenal players approached the referee's assistant on this near side, who confirmed what Steve Dunn had decided, that it wasn't in. Andy Melville, the player who stopped it on the goal line, but the hands were up around the face. Hartson can cut this back. Here's Merson. Oh, fantastic save. Merson can't believe it. It was a great ball through, first of all, to find Hartson, who looked up, cut it back, to find Merson bursting through, and somehow Perez clawed it out when it seemed to be past him. Bounce is awkward. Here's Hartson. It was awkward to deal with. It looked as if Hartson had got in. Maybe one twist and turn too many. But all the raw commitment that you would expect in an FA Cup tie as Merson burst through. That was a good stop by Perez. Another great break though by Merson, who's really full of running this afternoon. And the little Frenchman with another good save. Merson. Oh, Winterburn was the intended target, but Kelly quick enough to cut it off. And now lots of green space in front of David Kelly. Sliding it in for Gray. The ball's still alive. But the push on Winterburn finally brings a free kick. David Kelly had got free down the right, and there were three Sunderland players sprinting at the centre of the field in support. Gray was the one he tried to pick out. And Merson was the player who'd gone with him. The Sunderland element among the crowd, who are the most vociferous, sensing with eager anticipation, I'm sure, as Steve Cram will be as well, a lifelong Sunderland supporter, the prospect of a replay against Arsenal up at Roker Park a week on Wednesday. Just a note of anxiety detectable now in one or two Arsenal voices. A game that Arsenal threatened to run away with at the start. Shaw. Hartson. Hartson uses his strength. Oh! The first save was excellent. The second was fortunate. But don't take anything away from the goalkeeper. Good enough to make his own luck. Hartson showing terrific body strength. The first save with the outstretched foot, and the rebound came right back at him. Time running out for Arsenal. Vieira, Merson, Hartson, Vieira, Hartson, Merson underneath it. Arsene Wenger, as agitated as we've seen him since he came into English football. That's what the FA Cup does to you. With three in the middle. Here's Merson. First time finds Bergkamp. Tees it up for Vieira. Stage set for a dramatic winner. Vieira on the overlap on the left. Bergkamp heard or sensed him arriving. Just laid it into his path. But it was still rising as it flashed across the crossbar. Merson. It's one apiece here at Highbury. It's a replay at Roker Park a week on Wednesday, and that's a great result for Sunderland after John Hartson had given the whole side the lead after just 10 minutes. And Arsenal at one stage looked as if they were going to run away with it, but Michael Gray popped in the equaliser after 21 minutes, and in the second half Sunderland more than a match with a team who are currently second in the Premiership, and a draw is certainly deserved by Sunderland. Final score here is Arsenal 1, Sunderland 1.
Did you enjoy your first experience of the FA Cup?
It was. I didn't enjoy it fully because we didn't win the game. And first, what I like is to win the game. But on the other way, I would say you can just respect what Sunderland did today.
To be fair, I didn't see our goal. I'm on the way down, and we changed our shape midway through the first half because we were getting overrun in the middle of the park. And on the way down, we've equalised. So. That was a bonus for us, and then we've hung on.
You also had what seemed a goal disallowed, the incident in which Andy Melville appeared to handle the ball inside the goal mouth.
That's we just, I think, have to accept that the referees can make mistakes, and sometimes they are against you, sometimes for you, and you have to accept this when you are in the game.
Now up at Roker Park, a Wednesday night replay, it's bound to be a passionate affair. Same as last year, though, against Man United, when you achieved the same, but they put you out.
Yeah, that's true, but we won the championship last year, so I don't think that's going to happen this year. But we've got a league game against them on the Saturday as well, so we'll be seeing a lot of each other. Let's take the league game, but it'll be a good night for everyone at Roker Park, and it's nice that the old stadium in the last year were there sees an excellent FA Cup replay, because Arsenal are a massive club on a good side.
Good result for Sunderland, and Perez had a pretty good day in their goal, but was there more to it than that? Were you impressed with their performance?
Yeah, I usually am with Sunderland. I think they rode their luck a bit as well. It was definitely a penalty. The goalkeeper played well. But what you can say about Sunderland is they'll have a go. I mean, they went 1-0 down. They showed a lot of character to get back in the game. I think they've always got a game plan, and every member of the team understands the game plan and knows what it's about, and I think basically that's a tribute to the manager.
Yeah, as he said, he switched things around too at one stage there.
Yeah, as he said, they were getting overrun in the middle of the park. He comes down, makes a change, and it was a great result for them. They thoroughly deserved a 1-1 draw.
Now, what about Arsenal today, Trevor? What did you think of them? They've got 2 trips to Sunderland coming up.
Yeah, I think it'll be just as tight up there. I mean, Ian Wright would be pleased, wouldn't he? On Wednesday night, he said he hopes they draw, so that's one less league game he'll miss. But I think, you know, just on today, although Hartson got a good header, you do see how much they rely on Ian Wright, you know, when he is in the side. You think with that much possession that they had today, I feel if he'd have played, they'd have won the match.
They always look more dangerous, don't they?
Well, he just got that little extra cutting edge, his pace, and so without him, and if he misses 1 or 2 other games later in the season from a league point of view, that would be a worry for me.
Okay.
Matches between these two teams. David Seaman returned for Arsenal today after a 10-match absence with damaged ribs. After half an hour, Dennis Bergkamp was sent off after a reckless challenge on Paul Bracewell. The Arsenal manager Arsene Wenger said Bergkamp was distressed and surprised. It certainly looked high. Bergkamp was to play no further part. Sunderland secured the points after a bizarre own goal. Ord's cross was turned past Seaman by Tony Adams. Sunderland 1, Arsenal 0.